Don't Blink. Sounds right? I think that's a perfect title, Don't Blink, because it's one of those ones where you can't go to the toilet, you can't go to the kitchen. Anything can happen in this fight in the first 30 seconds. By the magic of TV, Darren and Carl have gone, and my TalkSport colleague,
indeed,
now DAZN colleague, Simon Jordan, has joined me in the Cauldron. What have you made of Fight Week, Simon?
Interesting. I mean, obviously you've got Fabio that's very calm and collected, and Daniel that's becoming a little bit twitchy, and people are reading into it, trying to make assumptions about Daniel's mentality, but I think we've seen Daniel be twitchy before. We had him in the studio with myself and Jim White when he was fighting Alexander Usyk, and he was agitated. We saw him, you know, when Anthony Joshua tried to buoy him off a little bit in a face-off, and he was twitchy there. It's his modus operandi. Don't read anything to it. He's a strong fighter with a strong temperament in lots of different respects, and this is going to be a fabulous fight.
You talk boxing a lot on what you do. Talk boxing in particular. Who have you, from your own boxing mindset, who do you think's favourite in this fight?
I normally am very open to picking a winner, which means normally the other person wins. So neither one of these fighters want me to pick them. But I'm really on the fence with this. I mean, I spoke to Spencer Oliver and Paul Smith and Duke McKenzie, and Spencer was kind of leaning towards the Fabio Wardley camp, so you can't get away with that, Spencer. Duke McKenzie was in Fabio Wardley, and Paul Smith was in Daniel Dubois.
Okay,
I've sat there and said, look, the big question for me is, can Fabio take Daniel Dubois' power? Because if he hangs his chin out with respect, like he did against Hooney and Parker, we might get the answer to that question relatively quickly. And once that question is asked and answered, then I'm going to be having the benefit of hindsight.
So I should ask you 5 rounds into the fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, fair. We're in the Cauldron.
Yes.
It's going to get very hot, very heated here. We have barriers. They're going to join you.
Apparently, yes.
In about 45 minutes, they'll be joining you in this space. What are you going to do? I mean, are you going to cause any trouble? Are you going to stir things up? What's the plan?
Look, I mean, if Frank Warren has his way, I'll be asking no questions. But the reality of it is that the object of the aim is to create a little bit of intrigue, show something different. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but most of the interviews leading up to the fight 24 hours out are a little bit anodyne. You're asking formulaic questions. Insofar as I've got a job here, my motivation is not to be disrespectful, but to be bold and fearless, not to sort of engender a Deontay Wilder moment again, but to try and get the fighters to show something different, get beneath the veneer and see if we can find out something that maybe gets them at it a little bit, but doesn't create maybe an exit stage left for one of them, but pushes them, see if we can get something that we haven't seen. There's no real original questions in the world. You've done your job all week, since the build up to this fight. You've been asking questions, and so I'll ask questions that will push it, and maybe we can see one of them blink and one of them give a different vantage point than we've seen in the build up and we've seen in their makeup in previous fights.
Good luck to you, Mr. Simon Jordan.
Sounds like I'm going to need it.
You might need it.